everybody, it's Trent again. Today we're going to talk about my Grixis commander, Cormela the Glamor Thief. So, I know, she's not that shiny. She is 1 in Grixis, which is black, blue, red. For a 2/4 haste with 1 in a tap, add black, red, and blue. Spend this mana only to cast instant and sorcery spells. When she dies, you return an instant and sorcery spell from the graveyard to the battle, to your hand. So, what this deck was really built for is for me to learn how to interact with the table. Counter spells, removal, like 3 of the best removal colors, 3 of the best instant spell colors, and the 3 of the best sorcery colors to help me out with that with a commander that really wants to use spells. It lets me use one of my favorite cards in the game, which is Arcane Bombardment, which is for 4 and 2 red. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. Then copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombardment. You may cast any number of those spells without paying their mana cost. So Arcane Bombardment becomes a spell book. Now this allows you to have so what we're wanting is your removal, your counter spells. They don't get really useful in there. But your lightning bolts, your grape shots, because you get to order which ones you cast and what order you cast them in. Anything that's not an X spell. But then we have things like Fire Servant, which is 2 in double red for if a red instant or sorcery spell you control would deal damage, it deals double that damage instead. So again, pushing that instant sorcery route. Galvanoth, which is 3 and 2 red. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may look at the top card of your library. If it's an instant or sorcery card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. So you do that to trigger that to... yeah. Now, this is a bracket 4 deck. Only because I'm running most of the game changers I can in this deck to give me mana, card draw, tutors to get the continuous rotation through. You're not going to see any of the level 4 stuff because everyone knows, or all the game changers because everyone knows the game changers list. But a few of the pieces that I love in this deck is Torpor Orb. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cost abilities to trigger. In bracket 4, I've noticed one thing with my pod is they love ETBs. And if you can shut down ETB, you shut down decks. Disallow. Counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Then everyone knows, like, you'd play Gutter Snipe, Wall of Electricity. A little unknown guy over here is Black Waltz, number 3. 2 in black red. For flying Death Touch 2/2, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 2 damage to each. It's a Gutter Snipe, just a bit more expensive. Twin Flame Tyrant, we all know him. We're getting to his bottom row. For Tasha's Hideous Laughter, which is 1 and 2 blue, each opponent exiles cards from their top of their library until that player has exiled cards with total mana value 20 or more. You're playing in level 4. People like cheap spells, which means that you're exiling. You're not milling. You are exiling resources from them. That ends up under Arcane Bombardment. You protect Arcane Bombardment with your life, and you're milling them again because you disallow on someone's turn. Triggers Arcane Bombardment. You trigger everything in Arcane Bombardment. Next player. Counters. Goes for shorter pressure. You counterspell it. Triggers Arcane Bombardment. Grape Shot. Grape Shot deals 1 damage to any target. It has Storm. Really great when you're in Arcane Bombardment because it just, you put it at the very end and you go off that entire chain. A little piece that, because you want your commander to die sometimes. Font of Magic. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less for each time you cast your commander from the command zone this game. So as she gets more expensive, you're getting discounts on your spells. She's not powerful by any means. She's so I can learn at a level 4 level what I need to do to control the board. What I need to try to win. There are win cons in this deck. Your win is Arcane Bombardment, kill everyone. Your win con is Twin Flame Timer, Fire Servant, City on Fire, Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, Grape Shot. Because Twin Flame, Fire Servant, and City on Fire, that's 3 times 2 times 2. So, 3, alright, so that's 1 damage, so does 2 damage. Then it does 4 damage. Then it does 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 14 12 damage per shot. That's 4 hits of that and you're lethal. But that's Cormela. She's real simple, but that's what I love about her. It'll be below. Your whole deck list, as with most of these, will be below. There is a plan to build a playlist for monocolors, for 2 color, 3 color, 4 color, and 5 and colorless. So, and then for 5 and colorless, we'll still have all my duplicate decks or my off-brand decks that aren't part of the color cycle that we're doing. I hope you had a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.